Yes. Oh, a friendly reminder from Stephanie. We want to thank you all for being here this morning. We're waiting one more moment because this group was here on time and ready to go. And Jews notoriously operate on Jewish time. So the fact that you were all here 2 minutes early tells us we have lots of visitors today. So we're glad you're here with us as we're getting ready for our worship service. I have been asked to remind you that this is a worship service. So please, if you can, at least put these on vibrate if you don't shut them off. Although that's ideal, not everybody can, but so that it won't interrupt the service. For those of you who are visitors, although at least some of you were with us just a year ago for Rebecca's bat mitzvah, but for those of you who are visitors to Beth-El or even to a Jewish service, many of your friends are here, just a word about bat mitzvah, and you'll hear more during the service, and the family put a wonderful packet together. Bat mitzvah means daughter of the commandment. The ceremony of bar mitzvah, son of the commandment, goes back century, although the elaborate ceremony we have now is pretty recent. But when a young man was 13, he took responsibility for his own life, his own religious life, his own decisions, and in doing so, read from the Torah, our most sacred scrolls that we'll talk about a little later. About 6 years ago, the first bat mitzvah took place in New York. Now is the first time that girls partook in this ritual. So you live in a very special time, Ornella, that you get to do this. And so for a boy or a girl, part of a bat mitzvah isn't just about, it's not a birthday, it's something different. What it's really showing is that you are now responsible for your own religious life. You are responsible for being a daughter of the commandment, for making your own choices, which we also define as being a teacher. So today, Ornella will lead us in part of our regular Saturday morning service. She'll read from the Torah, which we'll talk about later. She'll teach us a little bit about the Torah portion as a teacher. And all of these things, being a Jew, are symbolized by no better ritual, by no better object than the talit. The talit, the prayer shawl, whose tzitzit, whose fringes add up to represent the 613 mitzvot, the 613 positive commandments and negative commandments in the Torah. So when a Jew puts on a talit, they are not only figuratively, but literally embracing themselves in a life of mitzvot, embracing themselves in a life of Torah. And so, as we prepare for our service, and as we welcome you here, we call up your grandmother, Annie Abigail, to present this talit to you.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehitate batzitzit.
We continue with our early morning service, which is on page 192. We have two different books, two different weights. So the number I'll be calling out is if you have, this is not so strange if you see it. Let me put it this way. If you see one page number in your book, ignore what I'm about to say. If you pull out a prayer book that has two sets of page numbers, I'll always be referring to the one in brackets. That's not some mysterious Jewish code. It's just that some of our books are weekday and some of our books are Shabbat. We turn to page 192. Birchot HaShachar are our early morning blessings that prepare us. They thank God for our bodies, our health, our lives, special moments. They're Jewish warm-up prayers. And to begin that section is Ma Tovu on 192. And cantor Monica Odeski, who helped Ornella and tutored her, is also a cantor and is leading us in worship this morning.
Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov mishkenotecha Yisrael.
We turn to page 195, this English reading, which gives thanks for our health, our lives, opportunities to awaken and pray together. Page 195, we read together. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe. With divine wisdom you have made our bodies, combining veins, arteries, and vital organs into a finely balanced network. Wondrous maker and sustainer of life, were one of them to fail, how well we are aware we would lack the strength to stand before you. Blessed are you, Adonai, source of our health and our strength. Baruch atah Adonai, rofecho ba'asar, umafli la'asot. We turn to page 219 in a section known as Psukei de Zimra. Psukei de Zimra is a collection, as you saw in your pamphlet, of early morning prayers and psalms that move us from waking up into the center of our service. These give thanks for our life, our blessings, our family, all of those gifts we often take for granted. And so we read together on 219. Page 219 in English. Let the soul of everything alive bless your name, Adonai our God, and the spirit of all flesh glorify and exalt your name forever, O sovereign, transcending space and time, you alone are God. We have no sovereign besides you, God of the first and the last, God of all creatures, master of all generations, who is praised in a multitude of praises, who guides the world with abundant loving kindness and all creatures with mercy. Adonai neither slumbers nor sleeps. God awakens the sleeping, arouses those who slumber, gives speech to the mute, and God loosens the bonds of captives. God supports the fallen and strengthens those who are bent over. You alone do we acknowledge. Our service continues with a little bit of a jump on page 313. As we move to Shabbat morning service 2, we find the Chatzi Kaddish. This is a prayer that is repeated over the course of our service in different versions. It is a signpost that we are moving from one section of our service into another. As we turn to the Chatzi Kaddish, Ornella leads us in worship.
Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba, b'alma divrach yirutei ve'amlich malchutei,
B'chayechon u'yomechon u'v'chayetecho beit Yisrael, ba'gala, ba'gala, u'vizman kariv.
V'yimeru,
Amen.
Yehei
Shmei rabba mevorach, Le'olam u'lam me'amaya, Yitbarach.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitale v'yithalal shemei dekudasha
Rechu.
le'ala min kol birhata v'shirhata
Tushbechata v'nechemata, Damira belma.
v'yimeru.
Amen.
Please rise. Baruch et Adonai Hamavorah. Baruch Adonai Hamavorah le'olam
Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, melech haolam, yotzer or uvoreh choshech, useh shalom uvoreh et hakol.
Page 314.
The world is sunlight, restoring the soul, rejoicing the heart, bringing light to the eyes, more welcome than gold, a Torah from heaven, I have no light to give the morning. My Torah, my special human gift, is words. As I bring my words forth from silence, welcome them, you who redeems the sun from darkness. Baruch atah Adonai Yotzer Hamarot. We read together in English on page 315. God of all creation, you are blessed with each soul's breath. Your greatness and goodness fill the world. Knowledge and understanding surround your glory. Holiest are you among the holy, seated in glorious splendor, radiating purity and justice, bestowing loving kindness. In knowledge and understanding, you created the heavenly lights, giving them strength and power to bring light into the world. Full of splendor, they radiate brightness. The world is warmed by their flames. We rejoice in their comings and goings, reflecting the will of their Creator. Glory and honor they give to you, glowing praises to your rule. You call to the sun and it gives forth light. You set the patterns of the moon. You are honored throughout the heavens with songs of glory and praise.
Ahava Rabbah is on 316. Ahava Rabbah Avtanu Adonai Eloheinu Chemla Gdola V'teirach Amalta Aleinu Ba'avur Avotenu Ve'amotenu Shebarchu Vecha V'telamdim Chugachayim Ketichonenu Utilamdenu Hamrachem Rachem Aleinu V'tein bilibenu le'avhinu l'chaskil Lishmoa lilmod ulamed Lishmoa v'lasot ulakayim Et kol divrei Talmud Toratecha be'ahava.
We read responsively. O God, inspiration and guide for all, you have spoken in 1,000 tongues for us to hear. In every land and every age, your children have heard you and imagined you in separate ways. And yet, O God, you are one unifier of humanity.
We give thanks for the sages and teachers who bring us understanding of your will. Gratefully we recall the lawgivers and prophets, the psalmists and sages of Israel. And joyfully we remember that from the dawn of Israel's life, we return to you and find purpose.
May the teachings of our ancestors live on in our minds, and their passion for righteousness stir in our hearts. Help us to live so that our daily conduct reveals the beauty and wisdom of your truth. Baruch atah Adonai, haboher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Blessed is God's glorious majesty forever and ever.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
You may be seated. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך וחיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברתם בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך וחיו לטפות בין עיניך וקשרתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך Leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim lelohem ani Adonai Elohim asher hoseti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lahem Elohim ani Adonai Elohim. We continue at the bottom of page 321. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles and an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come. The song of a land once ravaged by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace.
Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha neda b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele, shira chadisha shibchu gulim, Lishimcha svar hayam, yachad kulam hodu ve'im lechu ve'amru, Adonai imloch, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed. Zu Yisrael, kuma bezrat Yisrael, uvdech u'nomecha Yehuda ve'Yisrael, Golenu Adonai tzvaot shemo, Kedosh Yisrael, Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael.
We just listened to the words of Mi Chamocha, these words from the Torah that move us forward. It comes from the Torah and the prayers, words that are spoken as the Jews are about to cross the sea from Egypt toward the land of Israel. It is a moment of looking forward. And yet at that moment of looking forward, the writers of our prayer book ask us to jump backward. They say we turn to Avot, Tefillah, the central prayer sections of our service. And in doing so, the series of prayers, the center of our service before the reading of the Torah, asks us to look back. We move from looking through the sea, over the other side, toward freedom and our future. And the very next prayer asks us to think from where we came. It asks us to think of the God of our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, the promises that were made for us earlier. And this part of the service asks us to think, how did we get here today? What sacrifices were made? And as we celebrate and pray and move forward, what is the foundation beneath our feet?
Please rise for the call to prayer. Adonai sefatai tifta ufi yagita hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rahel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanoran, Ha'elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezoher Haste Avot ve'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei v'nehem, Leman Shemo be'achava, Melech Hoseh u'Moshia u'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham Bezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayecha kol atarav lehoshia. Mechalkel hayim bechesed, Mechayecha kol berachamim rabim. Somech noflim verofeh holim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato lishnei afar. Michamocha al gevurot umidomelach melech memitz umechayeh umatzmiel Yeshua v'ne'eman ata lehahayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai mechayeh hakol. We read together. You are the open door that beckons me in. Peeking around the door frame, I begin to enter into your glory. You move me forward, O Eternal, to step beyond self-made boundaries. Lift my foot over the threshold that I might abide with you. In the house of Eternal, I found my questions waiting to be posed. They fill me with wonder. Sit with me, Eternal Teacher, encouraging my seeking. As I fill my hours with your mitzvot, so shall I be filled. Send me through your doors, stretching up to honor your name, sharing out this wonder, enriching myself in the giving. Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כי שם שמקדשים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך הארץ, כבודו, אדיר אדירנו אדוני, אדוננו מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ, ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו ומלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיניך חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור, הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוס לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Page 329, the joy of the Sabbath day.
ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת קוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת קוראי עונג שבת. מקדשי שביעי שבת, כולם יסבהו ויתענגו מטובך שבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. והשביעי רצית בו בקידש השבת, חמדת ימים אותו קראת השבת. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. זכר למעשה בראשית שבת, זכר למעשה בראשית שבת. ישמחו במלכותך Shomre, shomre, shomre Shabbat, bekore oneg Shabbat.
Please be seated.
The meaning of Shabbat is to celebrate time rather than space. 6 days a week, we live under the tyranny of things of space. On Shabbat, we try to become attuned to holiness and time. It is a day on which we are called upon to share in what is eternal in time, to turn from the results of creation to the mystery of creation, from the world of creation to the creation of the world. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat.
Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu me'amecha Yisrael u'tefiletam me'avat yikabel u'tehil ratzon Tamir avodat Yisrael. Yisrael Amecha. Karov lechol, karav b'nei avadecha regonenu. Shefoch ruchacha. Meshuvecha leTzion, verachamim. Baruch atah Adonai Elohazir Echinato et Zion LeTzion
The next several pages of our service have variations on a traditional prayer of thanksgiving for all the gifts we received. You can look to those words or other words in the book, or just take a moment to be present in this place as we take a few moments for silent prayer.
Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Sim shalom, Tova uvracha, chen v'chesed v'rachamim, chen v'chesed v'rachamim, aleinu, sim shalom, tova Sim shalom, tova uvracha.
We turn to page 362 for Seder Kriyat Torah LeShabbat, service of the reading of the Torah, a moment on the scrolls that will come through this congregation as Ornella carries the Torah, receives the Torah from her family. For those who are visitors, the Torah is not what some would call the Hebrew Bible or the Old Testament, although for us it's just the Testament. It is only those books from Genesis through Deuteronomy, beginning with the birth of the world and ending with the death of Moses. And that doesn't mean the prophets, one of whom Ornella will read part of later in the service as an additional reading, or some of the other psalms and prayers. It doesn't mean they're not a part of our sacred canon. But those 5 books are considered higher. They have a unique role in our people's life and history. Contained within them is our stories, our travails, our successes, and the rules. And Ornella will teach us about one set of rules, the rules that help us to try to sanctify our lives. The Torah scrolls are read, chanted, and written in the same fashion they have for thousands of years. A scribe, with much more patience and better penmanship than myself, literally writes every letter using a feather and handmade ink, one at a time. The writing of a Torah scroll can take a year or longer. And, of course, an important detail for Ornella is that the system of vocalization notes develops later than the actual vowels. So, to read from the Torah as it's been read for thousands of years is to literally prepare with vowels and then read from the scroll just with Hebrew letters. And so, to take the step of reading from the Torah is to take your place among the Jewish people, to do as they have done for thousands of years, and to stand in front of your community. In a few moments, Ornella will receive the Torah from her family. She will then walk through the congregation, and you will see that some choose to touch the Torah with a prayer shawl or a prayer book. People get a little confused. It's not that we are in some way worshiping the Torah, but rather that we choose to pay honor to the values that come for it and from it. And so we turn to page 362. We call up David Abergel, her uncle, to open the ark. We call Emil and Annie Attias and Joseph and Annie Abergel, Laurent, Stephanie, and Rebecca, her sister, to come up to pass the Torah through the ark. Please rise.
Ein kamocha ve'Elohim Adonai, v'ein k'maasecha, malchutecha malchut kol amim, u'mamshaltecha bechol dor v'ador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch le'olam v'ed. Adonai Adonai Yevarech Edamo Vashalom. Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, U'devar Adonai mirushalayim, Sheharim Rashechem U'supidrei Olam V'yavo Melech HaKavod. Mi u'ze Melech HaKavod Adonai Tzvaot U'melech HaKavod
In this scroll is the secret of our people's life from Sinai until now. We have remained strong because from generation to generation, grandparents and parents have passed the Torah to their children through its teachings, through its rules, through its sacred steps. We now witness that process once again as Torah passes Lador Vador through Ornella's family to her.
Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah, Lemo Yisrael B'Kedushato, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Gadol Shemo, Gadlul Adonai Iti, Uram Shemo Yatav, Lecha Adonai Hagedula, Hagedura Be'atiferet. Oh, yes, I said, hey, it's a Lord. Ki ho b'shamayim u'ba'aretz, ho b'shamayim u'ba'aretz, lecha Adonai ha'mamlacha, ve'hamitnaseh lechol lerosh. Ramemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehakodsho. Ramemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehakodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu ramemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu ramemu, ramemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehakodsho, ramemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehakodsho, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim. Shlosha devarim ha'olam omed. Al shlosha devarim shlosha devarim ha'olam omed. Al ha'torah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gimilur chasadim. Al ha'torah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gimilur chasadim. Al shlosha devarim ha'olam omed. Al shlosha devarim shlosha devarim ha'olam omed.
Please be seated. If you wish to follow along, the blessings for reading before and after the Torah in Aliyah can be found on page 368. As we prepare for the reading of the Torah, we call up Ya'amdu Likrato Torah Harishon. We call up Joseph Abergel and Ornella Attias for the first Aliyah to the Torah.
השם עמכם, ברכו את אדוני המבורך.
Baruch Adonai Barach
ברוך
Le'olam
אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו, ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen.
Fight a bear, Adonai, El Moshe, Behar Sinai, Lemor, Daber, El Bnei Yisrael, Ve'amarta Alehem, Ki tavu El Haaretz, Asher Ani Notein Lahem. Vishavta Haaretz, Shabbat Ladonai, Sheish Shanim Tizra Sadecha, V'sheish Shanim Tizmur Karmecha, V'asavta et Teruata, Uvashana Hashvi'i, Shabbat Shabbaton Yeh La'aretz, Shabbat Ladonai, Sadecha Lo Tizra, V'char Lo Tizmor.
אמת תורתנו הקדושה, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו את תורתו, תורת אמת וחיי העולם נטע בתוכנו, ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. For Shani, the second Aliyah of the Torah, Yamdu Likro et Torah, we call up your parents, Laura and Stephanie.
ברוך אתה אדוני המבורך, ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן תורתו, ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Et Sophia Ketzirha Lo Tiksur, Vetin Ve Nazirecha Lo Tifsur, Shanad Shabbaton Yeh La'aretz, V'haita Shabbat Haaretz Lahem Le'ochla Lecha Ulavdecha V'la'amatecha V'lishircha Ultoshavecha Hagarim Imach V'liv Hemtecha V'lachaya Asher Be'artzecha Tiye Hol Tevuata Lechol.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת, וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו, ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. Ta'amod Habat Mitzvah Ornella Chana Bat Yehoshua V'frecha Likro et HaTorah.
Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai Havarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, Asher Bahar Banu Mikol Ha'amim, V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah. Amen. V'sefarta lecha Sheva Shabtot Shanim, Sheva Shanim, Sheva Pa'amim, V'chayu lecha Yemei Sheva Shabtot Hashanim, Tesha V'arba'im Shana, V'cha'avarta Shofar Trua B'chodesh Hashvi'i, Be'asor La'chodesh Bayom HaKippurim, Taviru shofar b'ho'artechem. V'kidashtem. Et shana tahamishim shana. Bukratem dror be'asor. Ba'aretz l'chol yoshveim. Yovel hiv tieh lachem. Vishavtem. Ish el achuzato, ve'ish el mishpachto, tashuvu. Baruch atah Adonai. Oh, wait. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chaye olam natan betoheinu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. As we prepare to dress the Torah, we call your father and also your great uncle Prosper to come up and help us dress the Torah. As the Torah will be lifted, we ask the congregation to please rise. Livnei bnei Yisrael, Biyad Moshe. Okay, you do it?
Okay.
All right.
That's all right. You
Go, go,
want
go.
the
You
video?
You want it? Sure. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, you. No, go for it. Please be seated. We continue with the reading of the Haftorah. The Haftorah is an additional reading that comes to us. Oh, the English of the Torah, excuse me. What was she saying? Thank you. We're listening to the words of the book of Leviticus, chapter 26, Parsha Bahar.
The Lord spoke to Moses on Mount Sinai. Speak to the Israelite people and say to them, when you enter that land that I assign you, the land shall observe a Sabbath of the Lord. 6 years you may sow your field, and 6 years you may prune your vineyard and gather its yield. But in the 7th year the land shall have a Sabbath of complete rest, a Sabbath of the Lord. You shall not sow your field or prune your vineyard. You shall not reap the aftergrowth of your harvest or gather the grapes of your untrimmed vines. It shall be a year of complete rest for the land. But you may eat whatever the land during its Sabbath will produce. You, your male and your female slaves, the hired and bound laborers who will live with you, and your cattle and the beasts in your land may eat all its yield. You shall count off 7 weeks of years, 7 times 7 years, so that the period of 7 weeks of years gives you a total of 49 years. Then you shall sound the horn loud in the 7th month on the 10th day of the month, the day of atonement. You shall have the horn sounded throughout your land. And you shall hallow the 50th year. You shall proclaim release throughout the land for all its inhabitants. It shall be a jubilee for you. Each of you shall return to his holding, and each of you shall return to his family.
The blessings for the Hofstra can be found on 372. The Hofstra has an additional reading that comes to us from our prophets or later writings, and often has a connection to the Torah portion. Today's Hofstra reading has a pretty clear Torah portion because it shows us how the laws of letting the land rest, and Ornella will tell us more about the laws of counting off 7 sets of 7 years, which leads to a year of returning the land to its owners, in which it is sold back. The land cannot remain under the control of any one person forever, except in certain situations. Her Haftorah reading from the book of Jeremiah, many hundreds of years later, shows us how that rule played out. Jeremiah, even in jail, is greeted by another family member who needs to buy the land back. And so she'll read from Hebrew, a little bit of English from her Haftorah portion. And you can follow that blessing on 372 if you wish.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar binviim tovim v'ratza v'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet Baruch atah Adonai haboher b'Torah u'Moshe avdo u'Yisrael amo u'v'nvieh ha'emet v'tzedek Vayomer Yirmiyahu Haya Devar Adonai Elai Lemor Hine Hanemel Ben Shalom Dodcha Ba'elecha Lemor Kine Lecha Et Sadi Asher Ba'anatot Ki lecha mishpat hagula liknot vayavo elai hanemel ben dodi kidvar Adonai el hatzar hamatara Vayomer Elai Kine Na Et Sadi Asher Ba'anatot Asher Ve'eretz Binyamin Ki lecha Mishpat Harusha Ucha hagula kine lach va'eda ki devar Adonai hu. Jeremiah said, "The word of the Lord came to me. Hanamel, the son of your uncle Shallum, will come to you and say, 'Buy my land in Anathoth, for you are the next in succession to redeem it by purchase.' And just as the Lord had said, my cousin Hanamel came to me in the prison compound and said to me, 'Please buy my land in Anathoth in the territory of Benjamin, for the right of succession is yours, and you have the duty of redemption. Buy it.' Then I knew that it was indeed the word of the Lord."
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam tzur kol amim tzadik b'chol hadorot האל הנאמן המבוסה המדבר ומקיים שכל דבריו אמת וצדק על התורה ועל העבודה ועל הנביאים ועל יום השבת הזה שנתת לנו אדוני אלוהינו לקדושה ולמנוחה לכבוד ולתפארת על הכל אדוני אלוהינו אנחנו מודים לך ומברכים אותך יתברך שמך בפי כל חי תמיד לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
My Torah portion, called Behar, talks about giving the land a rest. Land needs a rest just as much as we do. Every 7th year, you should let the land rest by watering it and not using it for that year. Just like when God created the earth, he rested on the 7th day. Resting might sound ridiculous. In fact, you are all probably thinking that whenever you sleep is when you get your rest and that's it. There's more to it than just sleeping. We need to rest to recharge our mind and body. We are always busy and moving, and we are starting to act as if we are robots. No sleep, no rest, no nothing. I think that everyone should start taking time to admire the trees, leaves, animals, and everything around us that we take for granted on a daily basis. Now, I would like to take some time to thank a couple of people. I had 2 very special requests from 2 very special people. These 2 people had been wanting to be in my speech for a really long time, so here I'm doing it just for them. Those 2 people who would not stop bugging me at school are Jackson Brockway and Andrew Edwards. You're welcome. On a more serious note, I would like to say thank you to the best cantor in the whole world. Monica, thank you for helping me learn everything in such a short period of time. Thank you to Rabbi Zimmerman for your hard work and help for the preparation of my bat mitzvah. Thank you so much to all my friends who made it, especially the G-period Lobrids. Thank you to my family who came from far and close by to celebrate this huge moment in my life with me. I would like to say thank you to a person who has been with me since I was born, and that is my grandma. She has helped raise me and is like my second mom. Most importantly, thank you so much to my parents for setting all of this up and making this possible. Dad, please take advice from my Torah portion and rest from work and electronics. This definitely would not have been as great without my mom, who made all the decorations and planned everything. Besides being a great event planner, I admire you because you always take intense challenges and always achieve them. Your positive attitude really inspires me. Thank you.
Now we're going to ask your parents to come and share some words with you here before we return the Torah to the ark.
Is anybody in the audience working on something for this? No? Well, hello everyone. Before I share a few thoughts on behalf of my wife about our sweet daughter Ornella, we want to sincerely thank everyone for joining us in this Jewish tradition and celebration of our daughter's bat mitzvah. We are deeply grateful for the commitment to be with us here in Fort Worth, starting with our own families today. Ornella's really lucky to have both her grandparents on both sides, and the families have traveled from far, whether it's Morocco, whether it's France, whether it's California, back there, whether it's Miami, Florida, and many more places that I'm forgetting, and I'm not forgetting the people here in Texas as well. Thank you for honoring us in Ornella. But also our friends who demonstrate their sincerity by always joining us in these events. So thank you for carving out the time to be here with us. It's very special to us. But last but not least, all of Ornella's friends here today. Thank you in her honor. On both sides, actually. There we go. So thank you so much for being here on behalf of Ornella. We also want to think and think about the people that couldn't make it. And actually, this thing is filmed through YouTube, and we've shared the link with people that are overseas so they can share it today. So no funny faces here in the crowd, please. We want to thank Rabbi Zimmerman. Thank you for giving us your trust that this moment could happen on such a short notice, allowing Ornella really to have her bat mitzvah within the community she was raised and she loved, and with all her friends. So thank you very, very much. Special thanks to Monica for your dedication and actually your confidence towards Ornella that she could be ready in potentially half the time that it usually takes. So thank you for your patience and thank you for your dedication. But you know, these achievements bring me to Ornella herself. You see, not 1 second actually did Stephanie doubt that she could do it. As a matter of fact, taking on challenges has been part of Ornella's DNA and developing personality ever since she was born. And we actually, Stephanie and I, like to characterize Ornella with 3 words. Just do it. Now, we don't know if you've ever heard of it. We think it's pretty catchy. It could be a really good slogan, but we like it. Just do it. But Ornella's determination and perseverance towards challenges comes to life in many ways. Taking on daring physical activities, but also handling strange animals, volunteering to experience new cultures and languages, or simply being intelligently argumentative. Which she usually ends the debate with the quite effective punchline, "Well, that's your opinion." And this brings me to my wife's nickname for Ornella, which is the lawyer in the family. Yes, Ornella is not afraid to jump at any opportunity to defend her siblings, or even any lost cause, really, remembering that she has the killer closing argument. "Well, I guess that's your opinion." Yes, Ornella is not afraid, but, in reality, all her instinct come to the defense of others, but it stems really from a soft heart, a really soft-hearted person, deeply affectionate and caring young lady. Ornella, words cannot describe to you how proud of you we are today, or any day, really, because given your personalities and values, we do have one advice for the future. Just don't change a thing. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Elise, and thank you, Cantor Monica. We offer different things, and she offers a song and a prayer as a gift to Ornella. Before we return, we're going to return the Torah to the Ark. Before we're going to formally say those prayers, I also have the opportunity to share a few words with her before the open Ark. And so we ask David, your uncle, to open the Ark for us, and we ask the congregation to please rise.
Odol ha'eretz v'shamayim ve'aram keren le'amo tehila lechol hasidav lifnei Yisrael am gerovo. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Now we're going to ask God's blessing upon you in front of everyone. Before we do, just a quick word about this Torah portion in which we're told, as you explained, well, the land has to rest. Every 7 years, at the end of 49 and then the 50th year, the land has to revert back. So people get a Shabbat every 7 days. The land gets a rest every 7 years. It gets to go a little fallow, and every 50 years it reverts back. There are a series of these laws in the Torah which say that everything operates according to some bigger, stronger system. That there's some order in the universe. Because you could say rationally, the land doesn't really care. That's like saying, maybe animals should rest, or maybe this should rest. Like, what's the reason? It doesn't make sense. We can be more productive. And yet the Torah is saying something else about the way we live that makes times and places and things holy. And in your Haftorah portion, just in case, you can imagine somebody with an excuse. Like an excuse would be, I'm moving to another country, or there are different laws, or different things. But that's why they have our Haftorah portion, where Jeremiah is sitting in jail for speaking his mind. Probably in a way he shouldn't have been to the king, but he was speaking his mind. And something like, knock, 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 am I going to be free? No, you're not going to be free. But hi, it's your relative. I'm here to sign all the paperwork and buy the land back. Now, Moses, we were stuck in prison, would say, now I'm selling you the land. Can't you see I'm a little busy being like an inmate in a prison? But that's why the Torah keeps that story. It says the values that make us our core, who we are, applies wherever and however we are. So today, you inspired and taught a group of people, some Jewish, some not, here in Fort Worth, Texas. And soon you're going to get on a plane and fly across the sea. But what you take with you are the teachings of a wandering people. There are synagogues in Switzerland. There are Torah scrolls. They have the same words. They have the same teachings. And what also doesn't change is who you are. Who you are inside. So remember that what you get today is your way of showing who you are. And whether it's a different language, or different people, or some different customs, or different ways of saying hello, whatever it is, at the core, just like the core of the Torah, is the values and the teachings and the essence of who you are. Bring that with you. Bring that with you to make the world a better place, to remind people about what matters, what grounds them, including resting. And we ask God's blessing upon you with words from that same Torah that Aaron and his sons offered to the Jewish people, and we get to offer to you now. Yivarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Ornella, as you take this journey, one of many journeys in your life, may God bless you and guard you and watch over you. May God give you all that you need, the support of your friends, even if distance separates you, the love of your close family, the core that makes who you are. And may you feel that presence of God, not only at your highest moments, but at your lowest, so that you will have a life of peace, a life of wholeness, a life filled with blessing and love. Amen. We continue on page 586. We stand before the open ark as we continue with Aleinu.
Aleinu lishabek ladon hakol, latek gedula yotze bereshit, shelo asanu kugaye haratzot, velo hasamanu kemishbechot hadama, shelo sam chelkenu kahen, vegor alenu kechol hamonam, v'nachnu korim, umishtakavim umodim, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ביום ההוא יהיה Adonai echad u'shmo echad, bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad.
Please remain standing. We turn to page 598 because we turn to the Kaddish, this prayer of life, this prayer of affirmation, this prayer the Jews say at every service, even at their most joyous times. We know that who and what we are is built on the shoulders of people who came before us. And so we take a moment to think of all of those people who've passed away, whether this year, this season, or in years past, that have brought us to this moment. And as we remember them, we join in these words which sanctify God even at the moments of our greatest losses. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah, bi'alma divrach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, v'chaye echon v'yomeh echon v'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael, Ba'galal v'zman kariv imru amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam u'l'amei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitala shmeid kudshach b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiram bi'alma v'imru. Yehi shlama rabbah min shumaya. Chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Hoseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May God, who creates peace above, bring peace and wholeness to all who remember, all who are in mourning, and let us say, amen. You may be seated, except for Ornella. Everybody else may be seated, because a lot of people will get to congratulate her and wish her well and maybe make speeches, but except for one other speech, those will be later. But we have one person representing the congregation who gets that honor, who makes presentations on behalf of the congregation and shares all our wishes and prayers, our president, Howard Bellett.
Thank you, Rabbi. Good morning. Ornella, come up here and join me. That wasn't so hard, was it? You're smiling now. Wonderful service and beautiful. And you're so lucky here. You have multi-generations of your family. And I want you to remember this day. I know that you guys are about to move from Fort Worth. So when you get to Switzerland, you step off the plane, you go, howdy, y'all. This is a very special occasion for you, but as I mentioned to your mom earlier, it's special for me. I've just assumed the presidency of the temple, so this is my first bat mitzvah to do this. So I will remember this and you, and I look forward to when you guys move back, but I've got some goods for you here. It's part of what it's all about, right? So on behalf of the temple, I have a couple things here from the Women of Reformed Judaism. These are some Shabbat Candlesticks. I have a bat mitzvah certificate that Rabbi has completed for you. And there's a couple of extra lines here, and Rabbi had a great idea. You have both sets of your grandparents here, so one day when you're older and you're showing your kids, you could say this is a very special day, and their great-grandparents are here, so maybe have them put their names there, okay? So that's awesome. If you're a reader, a couple of books for you. This is from the Jewish war veterans. It's called 2 volumes of They Were Soldiers in Peace and War. FWFT, the Fort Worth Federation of Temple Youth, they've planted a tree in Israel in your name. And it so happens that the National Federation of Temple Youth is giving you a certificate towards a trip to Israel so you can one day go visit your tree. And then the Men of Reformed Judaism here at Temple Beth-El, at Congregation Beth-El, giving you a book called On the Doorposts of Your House. So I hope you'll enjoy all of these. I'm going to set these all back under here. And so as your mom is gathering everything, take these with you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Our closing song can be found on page 657. Doesn't have that many words, but Oseh Shalom, may God who makes peace, wholeness in this moment, bring peace to us. May this moment carry us over. After the song, may carry us over into our day and into our joy and into our celebration. And we'll have more about that in a couple of moments.
Oseh Shalom bimromav, u'yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Oseh Shalom bimromav, u'yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Amen. So I have to ask you one question. Who gets to have the last word in your family? Not you, really, right? No. Might your sister sometimes be the person? Yeah. Okay, so today at your bat mitzvah, she also gets the last word and wanted to share a couple of thoughts with you. Do you want her next to you?
That's fine.
Okay.
Ornella, I want to say that I'm proud of you for being a bat mitzvah. I also want to start off by saying thank you. Thank you for all the nose punches, all the scratches, and all those annoying TikToks you make in the room. Also, sharing a room with you is pretty hard, since either you won't turn off the lights when I want you to, or you won't stop talking. You are the best sister, no offense, Kiara. And you are so funny and nice, and even though you get on my nerves sometimes, I still love you. You're the second one in the family to have a bat mitzvah, under me, of course, the first and the best. So I'm very proud of you for that. You are the favorite to our dog, so I'm also jealous of you. I'm thankful that I'll have someone in Switzerland to be there for me on the first days of school, and I'm very proud of you learning your Torah portion so quickly and well. I hope that the rest of your life is filled with happiness and love. Love, your favorite sister.
We're going to call up your other siblings as well to lead the Kiddush and the blessing over bread and wine. And we want to remind everybody that there is a luncheon that everybody's invited to, just to the right. A chance also to congratulate Ornella and her family and her relatives right after our service. Bread represents the staple of our life and our blessings, wine, the sweetness of this day. And so we join together in a blessing before our meal, the blessing first over wine. And I think we'll give you this beautiful and very large cup for you to hold. Here you go. There you go. And we join together. Blessing over wine.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari hagafin.
And now we'll get your family involved. Let's see our challah. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Here we go. I'm going to just take this right off the tray. And I'm just going to hand this to you. Guys, grab Audrey. No, don't be shy. Well, there we go.
Motzi lechem min haaretz.
We give thanks
to God for bread.
Our voices
join together
as our daily prayer is said. Baruch atah
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
There you go. It smells like not your type. Not your type.
I might take it if it's my type. The wine. She goes, not my type, not my type.
Here you go. Good job.
I know. You're working. It goes by like that. It's like, wait a minute.